Good morning. It's Thursday, April 4th. Welcome to Composition. It's nice to have you here. It's definitely weird times, but I suppose for better or the worse, those of you in my second period class have finally gotten your wish for me to become a YouTuber. So here we are. If you liked the video, please do remember like and subscribe. Yeah. So today, we got a couple things going on. Our objective for today is going to be to summarize the structure, procedures, and expectations for remote learning in Composition 10. At the end of this class, there will be an exit slip quiz. That is your assignment. The do now today was to figure out how to watch this video. So congratulations, you did it. And over here, here's our agenda. We're going to go through this instructional video, which you're currently watching. You will read the syllabus for the remainder of the year, and then you will complete the exit slip. I would ask if you have questions, but I would not hear you if you did. All right, so if you found this video, you probably also found the remote learning syllabus. I'm going to ask that at this time you either open that up on your own screen or you follow along with me. We're just going to really go ahead and read through this. So it is unfortunate that we're unable to finish the school year together as a class, but thankfully, technology makes it possible for us to continue our class online. We will spend the remainder of this semester on our sixth and final unit, rhetorical analysis. Each lesson will build up to a culminating PBA essay in which you will analyze rhetorical strategies used by Martin Luther King Jr. in his letter from a Birmingham jail, but we'll talk more about that later. For now, what you really probably care about is what will this digital classroom look like. So, twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to upload a lesson to Google Classroom. Depending on the focus, the lesson may include an instructional video, digital handouts, drafting documents, discussion questions, or surveys. We've used Google Classroom a lot this year, so this process should be pretty familiar to you. The flow of each lesson is really going to try to be similar to the flow of the lessons we had back in our physical classroom. So we'll start with a do now. That'll just be 3 to 5 minutes. It should be a brief assignment. It might be a multiple choice ACT style question, or it might be a discussion question. But that should take you 3 to 5 minutes every class. That is what you should do first. After you finish the do now, there will be a guided instruction video that will typically be 10 to 20 minutes. It's really in this video that I'm going to guide you through the lesson's key points and criteria for success on the day's assignment. And so you should always watch that video before you jump into the independent practice. The independent practice will be the bulk of each lesson, and this is dedicated to your independent work time. The assignments could range from everything to text investigations to culminating question responses. There'll be a day where you're just creating your outline, and then there'll be a couple weeks where you guessed it, drafting. You should only spend 30 to 40 minutes on that independent practice, and when you finish, there will be an exit flip. These will typically be a brief survey to check your understanding and really just how the day's lesson went for you. Each lesson should take about 1 hour to complete, and the assignments must be turned in by 11:59 p.m. the day that they are assigned to you. And that 11:59 p.m. part is pretty important because, as we see here, when we're looking at attendance, attendance is going to be tricky. So because everyone's going to be completing each lesson at their own pace throughout the day, attendance is actually going to be determined based on your submission of the lesson's work. So if you miss a day or you are unable to turn in an assignment on time, you need to let me know and we can work on an arrangement. The lessons here are going to be intentionally sequenced to build off each other, so it's important that you do complete each assignment in order before moving on to the next lesson. I will be available for office hours every Tuesday and Thursday. So every day that you have this class, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will have office hours. and I will be available from 2:45 to 3:45. Office hours will take place via Google Meets. During this time, you can ask questions about the day's lesson or any work you want to do to bring up your grade in my class. These will be held, again, in Google Meets. I will post and share a link with you for you to be able to join that meeting. If you follow me to the second page, we have our year at a glance. So these are, again, very weird times. And honestly, we don't know what's going to happen here. There's a lot of uncertainties about what the rest of the school year will look like. However, in an attempt to create a clear vision of what we will be doing for the remainder of the year, you can refer to this lesson sequence. And so I'm not actually going to read through all of this for you now. I recommend that you hit pause, read this, and maybe join us back when you finish. All right, hopefully be able to read through that year at a glance. You should note that each week has a theme of sorts, and every lesson will build up to our sixth and final PBA, which will be a rhetorical analysis of Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from a Birmingham jail. Honestly, this is probably my favorite unit that we had planned for the year, and so I'm bummed that we don't get to work through this as a class together back in our classroom. However, hopefully this can still be a good experience for you and you can get a lot out of it. One note, please remember that the dates and even lesson topics here are subject to change based on what we get told from DPS or what other dates come into play. But this hopefully does give you a sense of what to expect in the weeks to come. And remember, reach out if you have any questions. I'm available. Email is going to be the best way for you to get a hold of me. And so please make sure that you do that. Until next time, take care.